OBS. HDN Nor, everybody.
Yep, she's the best.
And other soon. See. OQ, the OQ incentive will be ending soon.
Okay, I've connected on my.
Oh, you're on the phone?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to talk much. I'm just getting ready to start.
Hey, okay.
Timer and such. The stream is a bit choppy though. Seeing.
You know, potato connection from France.
You want to like change server for that, and if it still doesn't work, then we can just stream to Twitch. Because I'm getting like no FPS right now.
Oh, really? That's weird though.
Swap it off.
Yeah. Zfresh, can you check if it's choppy on your end as well?
Can you move?
Because according to OBS, I'm not dropping any frame.
Because he's moving fine on my end.
I cannot load the stream basically. Not sure why. I'll try one other thing.
Yeah, he's moving right now. He's looking fine.
Yeah, he's moving at like 1 FPS for me, so I just cannot load this. So give me a sec, I'll try something. It might be because it's trying to do low latency from France.
This is currently fine.
But I will admit, like... It might be because it's trying to do low latency from France.
This is currently fine.
But I will admit, like switch off the low latency. Okay, yeah, I just had to turn off low latency, so no low latency, but it was just trying to do low latency from Europe to New Zealand. It's a problem.
So is it moving fine?
Yeah, now it's actually moving.
Yay!
At all. So yeah, we'll just go with this. So it'll be about 10 seconds in delay as usual. No big deal. So that means that you can actually start whenever you want. So go ahead and head back to the menu.
You want me to do a countdown?
Yeah, I'll do you do a countdown and then I'll start as soon as I see you actually start in game.
Okay. So 3, 2, 1, start.
Good luck.
Thanks. And here we go. So yeah, hi everyone, I'm Todd, and I try to speedrun this game, which is v1.00, the remake of v2, a game you've probably seen earlier in the marathon. And yeah, it's a remake, so it means we will have the same story, the same characters, the same dungeons, etc. But there's still a couple of differences with the original games, and the first one you can see here are those VIIR cutscenes. So even though I don't have a proper VIIR headset, they are unskippable, and we have to deal with them. So yeah, this game starts with 4 minutes of cutscenes. And we have to listen to Histoire kinda lecturing us. Nice, the game didn't softlock. So you guys choose Japanese version through incentive. This version is quite unstable, I would say. And sometimes it just softlock here, like the blue point thingy just doesn't appear, and you can do anything about them when it happens. Also, you might expect some crash, maybe. I usually get one crash per run on that version, so that can happen. And yeah, you just have to listen to cute histoire for a few moments. And I don't have an actual body.
You're technically a pillow.
I'm technically the sofa. Oh, the pillow.
No, you're the pillow, I believe.
Okay, I'm the pillow, okay.
Then when you actually go on the bed, you're like, you don't actually have a body, you're on the chair, you become the chair now.
You're like a Pokemon, you are evolving through the story.
He's a pillow and becomes a chair.
It makes total sense to me.
So compared to the run of last year, how could you compare to this run currently that you're demonstrating to now?
I guess there is some improvement. Last year you ran 1.04, right?
MK2 in marathon, I ran 0.04 without knowing anything.
Yeah. So first thing, it's kind of a different version, and this one is a bit more not broken, but more unbalanced, I guess. And also we have more. Oops! No! I blame the fresh. Whatever. It's fine. It's fine.
Nani?
So yeah, I just was explaining things. So during those VR cutscenes, there are characters ask you some question, and you are supposed to answer by yes or no. And I accidentally just say no. I didn't understand whatever you said because you're speaking Japanese. I don't understand Japanese histoire. But yeah, I was supposed to say yes. To save time. It's fine. What I was talking about? Yeah. Compared to last year, we have actual strat, I guess. And should be a bit faster, I hope. So there was tutorial fight. More tutorial. And yeah, otherwise it's just basically the same game. I was talking about differences with the original game. You can see that I can sprint in that one. Which is... I don't know, it feels faster. But you can...
Don't lie!
Yeah, you can just sprint during a limited time, so... I don't know.
I say V2 speed. The sprint is V2 speed, basically.
Yeah.
Because, unless you're able to maintain the speed, like your bar at certain times, maybe, but V2 is much faster when it comes to like walking and such. You probably could compare the difference.
And we meet with Izumi, the best girl.
Oh man. Oh man.
Oh man. After Noir. Don't forget to support your friends in the chat. Support Noir.
Support Nor. Don't ignore it. Wrong one to bomb. Wrong staring me. Yeah, wait. I don't even know.
So the fight I just did, Nepgear can just die sometime, and if she dies, it's a problem. But she didn't for once, which is nice.
You kind of don't want them to die in the early game, even though you do have some benefits of v2r than the 2 new game. They did introduce counters in this game, which Hope will probably use in the later portion. What it will be.
At the end of the arc.
Yeah, so in order to get counters and skills and all that stuff, you need money, and they made sure that you actually need money here for this game to upgrade compared to when you started the new game. The plus side about this, you don't get encounters on the overworld map anymore.
That was terrible on the original game, on new game.
But it added a little more challenge to the new game, where a lot of runners can now get at least below 210, and I still didn't get myself below 2. And currently with Aaron with the 153.
Aaron is crazy.
Aaron is definitely the craziest person on the V2 runner. So there were right now Toe is adjusting his formation. Me and Cho had more of an argument on the formation. So the formation is kind of wonky how it works. So it doesn't matter whose speed it is. It just depends on where you position the characters. So if you put number 1 in the very front, they go first, just to sum it up, depending on how you put them in order. So there's like an order basis to it. So it doesn't matter who was like the fastest. You could say Uni's like prefer the fastest, but she won't go first. So neither me and Cho, when we were having that argument, were wrong on that. It was just how the game mechanics work. But it was kind of annoying trying to figure out why we're having different results on that. But the V2 and V2R stories are pretty much the same, except they made additional changes to the original concept, which you can use VIIR on this one, which I don't think any of the runners actually started doing it.
Oh. So I guess this is what happened when you are tapping !free waifu in the chat.
Oh.
Hello.
What the? Oh, that's your free waifu. Okay. You have a big nap. Suddenly looks feasible. Yeah, so we're not gonna explain that. Explain how the logic of that. We're just gonna keep moving and pay attention to the big. Should just look at OB or I'll do it in there. But there's a total of 9 VR scenes in the main story, excluding the last one, which is at the very end. So they're pretty much default. It depends on if your yeses or no's are at the very mark to trigger the trigger for you to actually skip it all. You can't skip this, just like you typically can. So when people say that we're trying to enjoy the game, well, here's the finest wine of drinking to watching something you can't skip at all. We watched this like multiple times that you can't skip. So this is our wine right here with Big Neptune for V2R. So lately the developers decided that we can't let you skip certain stuff, so you're gonna have to watch it. So that's like the same with Death and Request with a patch. They patched it out where you can't skip certain. So theme of V2R, they oddly enough for this one is based on Big Neptune. I don't know how they did this remake really, because the V2 was based on Izume, and oddly Big Nep is the main character. Oddly for V2R.
Yeah, I guess they just did that because Big Nep doesn't appear in the beginning of the story, and it makes sense because she has crowd that has the capacity to warp her through dimensions.
Yeah, so I can understand it. That's why there was a little bit of themes evolving with this, where it came to V2 New Game Plus versus the V2R and the Platinum, which you guys do such. But there's been a little bit change about that, so we'll see about that. So Big Nep is the main character for V2R, but Izumi still the main character with a lot of new changes in general, because they added a lot of stuff and extra stuff that you have to do. But you don't have to deal with the Platinum where you have to grind for SR cards, if anyone remembers that, and I love to grind that out. I hope you're ready if you do want that RNG. I mean, you do want that, do you? Just to meme. We did have that in the 12 days of Nep. Yeah. So we're gonna go back to Toad in the story. It's the same story. There's nothing much until we get to probably the boss of Coral Station, where the fight is a little bit different, as that would be the first boss before we go to Dark Purple. You guys already know that.
There's just one thing I was kinda disappointed about the story, is that you get only the true end on this remake.
No, you're not supposed to tell them that!
Ah! I spoiled the game!
They don't know the changes! We didn't go that far!
Dang.
Oh, mention the cars, they traumatize you. I play one car face down. So as Toad says, they took out the challenges of doing the true end. I'm more likely assuming it's just cause when people did their first run of V2, they missed the true end and they never knew how to get true end. So it's like every JRPG game where they have like multiple endings, you don't know how to get them. I think a good example will be like vanilla Neptunia, where how would you get true end on that one without knowing? And that's never was a thing back in the day when the game came out, because they never gave hints on it regarding. So there was never hints on that, or even a guidebook compared to like Nintendo guidebooks they have for counter.
Yep.
Escaping here is really dependent on RNG still. You can usually escape first time compared to the V2. It also based on where your formation is. So, but the best part about V2R is that you're fully healed the moment that the battle is over. So you get fully healed compared to V2.
Yeah.
But I think that's a handicap, and I think a lot of people were complain. So I honestly don't like it, but I guess it's to each own how it works, really. That's why V2 had more like no handicap to it, and it has the more challenging effects to it. We're about to come on to the second boss for this. One of the changes is that it's hard to break the shield. You can't really do any damage unless you break their parts break, which was introduced like last game, and they made it twice as hard for you until you break their shield before you can actually damage them. But you can bypass that with the formation skill, but it usually takes either 2 to 3 before it can break. But I haven't checked on it recently how many it would take, but it usually takes 2 to 3 depending on formation. At least your AP builds up and your SP builds up every after turn. The struggle part is just healing constantly. So I guess that's the benefit of you after every battle you're fully healed.
Yep. That was a terrible fight.
Bad. Yeah, so money is a little crucial here still, depending on how you're taking it, because you want get counters sometimes. I'm not sure on the changes of the route so far on it. It's just that I would get certain counters at certain times, or you don't get counters. You usually use formation. It's really like complicated, really, to know when to do it and what not to do it if you need to buy it. But they do have an option where you can craft items, and then you can sell it for a good amount of money. So pretty much the Z arc section is like your whole life savings until the end of the game. Well, we met OQ incentive, so hooray everybody! You all get to see OQ
Nice.
and more memes. Now you have other incentives, so we might as well try to do it. So OQ has been met, so when people were trying to meme that, he had one job. Okay. So you want to know what the difference between the VR sections? Does it save time? Does it not save time? This yes and no's have. I prefer which one you want to see if you're doing a speedrun. Unless you're one of those the casual people that where you want to see every single one, which you can. You want to say yes for this option. If you say no, basically she's saying that you're letting her eat both of them and it takes more time for her the second one. For this one. If you play the English one, so this is in English already, so there's no spoilers. I don't want to hear no spoilers. Buy the game. So you would usually say yes here unless Toad accidentally says no. Saw that, Toad.
No.
I saw that.
You wanna feed the nep, but not too much. It's not good for her.
I'll feed the depth. Or I think Aura sees that he was met. So yeah, so he said yes for this one because it's faster, and you're trying to go fast, but you can't go fast because you're forced to watch the big nep feed the nep. Oh my God! There's a woo-woo war. Oh no! Oh no! Rip any other incentive. No, this is temporary. Only applies. I don't even use Franker facing. Where about the OQ incentive? Alright, so OQ incentive is the end for a woo, so you guys good luck. Toad, how are you spinning around? Ask me.
I'm a pillow, I'm magic.
What?
Don't ask.
Guys, I'm kind of questioning this, so... So you guys got a woo. So Toad is now gonna go to dark purple. How different is dark purple?
So Dark Purple is basically the first place. The version I'm playing does matter a lot, and on this version, is just very weak, and you can die in 3 turns. Is just very weak.
Well, they buffed it a little bit, and then they buffed it more until the later versions. So in the later versions, like the first version, they never noticed the damage and dealings. Like they never did the balancing out with the system. So this one is pretty much weaker, but there's a lot of other conditions that apply to the later on the run. So there's certain times, and there are actually times you can actually crash. So crashing is a problem, a really huge thing that can affect. Now, but the great thing about V2R is we have autosave.
Yay.
Autosave is here and there. I guess, like I said, people got mad probably if you died to Geisha in the V2, you lose the run automatically. So, yeah, you do have that. In my previous run, I did get a few stuff. Oh, I guess Toad is the cards I did before, get items.
Yeah, we got a few weapons for Nep and Izumi.
Okay, so let's go Now the differences of V2R and V2 is that costumes and weapons are essential in this run. You can't use a wooden sword. You can't use the default weapon anymore. Costumes now have buffs and such now. Guess what, guys? Buff it. Dude, I know I hate it. What do I? Oh, I'll lose here. Everyone's wouldn't be donating 1 point. That is a problem. I think we need a difference of points here to bomb. To make it essential. What the heck? What the heck? Where did 3578 come from? Oh god. Yeah, so dark purple is easy in this version. So it's quicker. But later on fights will get a little bit harder. So the early game segment is easy. Technically the early game segment is the easiest until end game. How I see it. End game is the where everything can fall apart. Because that's about it. So I think yeah, about round you get to F-Emojas. Team X F-Emojas. The arc, that's where the change happens.
Yeah. Actually, the beginning of the game is easy as long as nobody dies. There's just one fight that can kinda screw you up if your character are under level from Magicon, the first meeting with Magicon. You wanna be at least level 14 with Uzume and Nepgear.
Zoom into the big nap. Zoom into the big nap. Make it look like the viewers are few. Oh my god. Now go buy VR. Oh man. What are you looking at, Toad? Stop! No! No! Don't give any people ideas. Oh great, we're gonna have converted. There's a thing about that though, so I'm not gonna go deep in that.
Deep.
I think we're going somewhere else. Also the closeness sometimes doesn't let you go that far, so it's a either or sometimes with the camera. When you buy me VR, maybe in the future. I don't have that kind of money, Kappa. So
Also,
hold hands with her. Hold hands with her. He's a pillow. Clearly, he's a body pillow.
yep.
Okay, this has gotten deep. So this is the VR 3. Most of the VR sections are gonna be in ZR, and then you're not going to see these later on. So you should just embrace these. Him being a pillow for a while. Look at that. He is a. So now True End doesn't exist. True End exists, but the conditions don't exist anymore. Everything still applies until we get to the end game where you play everything in. But we'll get that to a point where other dungeons, for example, you still have to find them via scout. The usual.
Hopefully
Now,
we don't need any of them in the run.
yeah, you don't need them in the run. I'm just saying that and compared to V2 system, compared to the V2R system, the scouts are technically useless for V2R. But they have benefits now compared to the previous. But V2 had the more looking for and getting stuff. Well, and all the XP and stuff also included. This one is just meh. Unless you're doing a casual dungeon farming ranking, which probably died already. Shoutouts to Ox memeing the boards up with that. It was also actually the EU crew. I believe Toe was doing that too. I'm not sure. It was someone else. It was Hexy and someone else though doing the the farming. The ranking was like what it is.
Just gonna go for the safe strat here and gonna get
Alright.
that life fragment.
Are you doing bench jump? No wait, you can't do that.
You can do in that
That's
that first
invert.
area.
That's no, it's an invert story.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can there's the since you have sprint, oddly enough, is sprint can actually work with the jump, so that you can actually do bench jump, which is kind of a meme name I gave it, as jumping on a bench to skip like 30 seconds of walking. But there's also accessibility, so most of the sprint jump. Oh, it was Aaron. Where's Aaron? It was fucking Aaron, yeah. Fucking Aaron, I don't even know where he is at there.
Don't kill me. Okay, thanks.
Oh, and this guy is a dick.
Yeah. I just wanna use the reverse twice to kill him.
In the later versions, he's a little bit. He'll start kicking his, so Izumi will die quickly. He's not hard. It's just that compared to the V2 and such, it's
Okay,
just
we're
that
fine.
he likes kicking. You. Ox is like dominating Jake. Goes into EU. Goes to US. No one's doing it. Oh, Get Her Burn does exist here. I think in the English they nerfed it or something. I'm not sure on how placement wise for the patch, but Get Her Burn does exist here. Like it's a item you can pick up, but it's not like the best stats.
Oh, I got only 2 of them.
Oh, now I'm gonna have to talk to you about Paralyze and Poison here. Let me tell you about that in V2R. It's OP as shit. It sucks if you're the one applied with it though.
Yeah, it really does.
If you get in a dark CPU fight, you're just say goodbye. Double fights also to happen. If you don't beat both fights, you have to do the first fight again. So V2R is cruel still, even with autosave. So you would be doing corrupt CPUs, you'd be dark, and you die to dark green, you have to do corrupt CPUs again. I don't know what I'm saying, okay, Hexy? No, Hexy. Dark green can... No, we're not talking about that. Dark green is like Dragon R4, but paralyzing... Wait, no. Yeah, but worse. Paralyzed sucks. So you're a chair now.
Oh, chair. I evolved.
You evolved. You got a good PC spec there, man.
But yeah. Even though Big Neb just want to play retro games.
I honestly was trying to get Hexy to do this content, and I just joined in with it. What the fuck? I'll sleep till Brooklyn. Now what's Toad? Toad is like one of the people that actually jumped into V2 and then V2R. Like he's one of the other net runners that I did not expect to jump into the V2 and V2R kind of stuff. But Toad, please stop looking there. You're gonna get people fake him to do commentary. It doesn't mind. I don't mind doing it. Commentaries and stuff.
I have the Nepi screen.
Yeah, but V2R is like thing that I took upon doing before other people jumped into it. I think the only runners currently with V2R were me and Cho competing at the time, trying to learn the versions, and then patch versions kind of screwed everyone over until we got to the first one. And then Toad jumped into the V2R, and thanks for do this.
Yeah, V2 is basically my favorite NEP game, so it's something I had to do, I guess.
When's V2J version?
Hmm.
I actually don't know that because I never got into the J versions until Four Goddesses about there, because I bought the English versions late at the time, but since J versions are accessible, and not a lot of people use the J versions, but they're locked behind. But the patch versions suck though. Yes, you did miss Ox voice stream videos. All the videos will be going on YouTube and will be on the Twitch VOD, Twitch highlights. Hopefully they don't get deleted like last marathon. But in the for the Neptune solo, we don't get to see Neptune die to a Odagu. There's only one casual fate that happened to dying to a Odagu in a V2 run. That is a history in all the Neps to die to a Dagu. You could die to a bird though. Bird, it was fine. True End here is non-existent anymore, so it's still there, the chirper, but it just doesn't exist as a thing. When people play V2R, they're like, oh, you get True End.
Also in this game you have to buy skills.
So shoutouts to Cho actually using the 32-bit, the 32-bit skill to actually beat the dragon faster on that one. He did more dissecting on the V2 and V2R games compared to when some people didn't have time. So depending really at Toad needed, he can pick up items to sell with Rod at a point. But like I said, I don't know what route he's doing. The route is like a 2-3. Mellow wow.
Oh, please don't.
Buying skills is like... So how the skills work in this game is that when you know how in the V2 where you do do multiple jumps, you run and such and all that kind of thing, you get like tech and all that. Well, those bonuses are kind of applied to that too, and you have to have the character out for those duration times. Like the more times Neptune is out, you will learn the skills eventually based on that. I don't know how it actually works though on that, honestly, because there were occasions where you would learn different stuff. Now you have it set. So we're at our fourth big tune. I think it's Toad, please. No, now you're a bed.
Yeah.
Probably the chandelier. Wait, you don't have a chandelier. The bed. So the skills are dependent, and they cost money too, so you can learn them anytime. But the most important is getting the counters. Counters work differently based on range, close range, and magic kind of thing. So it's still RNG what the attacks the bosses will use, so it will not be perfect all the time. And counters don't have to proc every single time. So usually if you want counters to proc together, you keep them all together. All your characters together to do counter. But that's like the super risk strat. I really can't say anything else about the V2R section still, because the ZR section is the same thing still. It just depends on how Toad will be doing the bosses, his strats, because it mainly depends on what skills you get and how you arrange your party. Eventually, when you get to get to the very end, that's where the game starts, and you counter is your like last resort if you feel like the fastest way, but it's the super riskiest strat. You can use EXE skills, because it's much easier compared to doing it. I think transforming costs you 2 AP now, so you don't actually have to worry about it.
Oh yeah, and you can transform into HDD and then into next round on the same turn on the game. Which is actually quite useful for the English version because the attacks she has with the next form are kinda powerful.
They're powerful, but you don't want to. You need to know when to do it though, because you put your characters in a vulnerable state still, and I'm not sure if wait time is still involved in doing it still. But it's around there. So in the Neptunia with Izume, Toad is going to pick up all these material items. So they introduced material items in this where you can craft. So if you were doing casual, you can, well, yeah. Well, F for Izume. F. Okay, he lived.
But yeah, I'm not just gonna rush to the boss, I'm gonna visit a bit the mines to gather some stones.
So, the stones is the materials you can craft weapons and stuff and all that. It's pretty much for the end game content and for your platinum. So, just that's your F1 do platinum, you have to craft items such, I believe. I'm not sure. Ox, do a V2R run, Ox. So all the items there are materials that you can use. And when I do it, I craft all the items and then I sell it and I buy some skills. I buy skills if I have availability to it. So compared to the normal R4 and V2, this one's a bit easy depending on how the turn base goes. You can actually kill R4 quickly. Just 4 turns. So that's the go ahead.
The first phase is kinda scary sometimes, and then you have the second battle against how is it called again?
Technically, you can use combos, which OP during the early game segment for the early game segment, for at least Big Neptune. For some reason, Big Neptune is OP for the early game segment until she is totally useless when to the R4 fight. Hard to. Oddly enough, her combo skills are much stronger if you the last time I ran it, but it's still scary if you kind of mess up there anyways, but autosave will save you.
Yeah. Second phase is free, actually. For
Fucking Ox! Anyway.
we have a lot of dialogues and then we unlock the stadium.
So it's still like the same kind of thing. It's not scary. V2R is not that scary compared to V2R. Compared to V2R. In the early game, early game is supposed to be easy until we get to the end. The issue. So end game is the issue there. Also, compared to V2, we should have been out by like 10 minutes ago. Even with encounters.
Oh yeah. The arc on V2 is usually sub 30.
Best you can get for the arc is
Yeah,
I
for the
think
arc.
24 minutes if you were doing bad end strats to 35 as an average. So 35 is an average, so yeah, you should have been out of this by then. So V2 VR I have
Go to sleep!
it's 2 o'clock. Okay.
Yeah, it's fine.
I could rest in the upcoming maybe. Oh wait, I can't. Dragon's gonna come haunt me.
Damn.
So it's I actually blanked out. I don't even remember what I was saying. Chat, help me. What did I forget? I'm trying to make comedy here happen in commentary. I slept somewhere around 2 p.m. in between 2 p.m. Oh, so advantage of V2R, you can break everything. You can break everything. You don't need no craft anything. You instantly break it.
Oh, this is bad.
And he touched the robot.
Yeah, I'm doing really bad on the dungeons. Most of the enemies' movement are kinda predictable, since they are always going to turn around, you know,
Let's go back on your,
counterclockwise.
let's go back to your train. You're drunk. But the Z up to until you get to the heart dimension segment part, you're currently in easy mode. When we get to the G arc segment, it's kind of easy, except Blanc they patched out the glitch, the bug where you can despawn one of the wolves.
Yeah, but we got another strat to block one of the wolves, which is nice.
I'm bringing you in, Hexy. I'm gonna bring you in.
I'm just very
I brought
dying
him in.
here.
He likes the meme. I brought him in. What up, Hexy?
Poor Xy.
So, the G arc section is actually one of the easiest, but still dependent on what you do on that. Steamax is much harder than he was before because of parts break is a thing in this game. So that's kind of still a thing to do. And North story, if I don't know if he's gonna do counter strats, because if he's gonna go risk and counter, you can beat Keisha in less than 3 or 4, depending if she lets you counter. And that's just easy.
So
Blanc is the difficult. You can't kill anything quickly enough, and you have to pray you don't die. Bird is Berserker Z. I hate Berserker Z in my version. I think Toad has it a little bit easy on Berserker Z when it comes to him. For some odd reason, he's actually harder in 1.04, while the rest of the other stuff is easy.
Yep. Also, I just did the stone crafting we were talking about a bit earlier, and it gave me like 70,000 credits, which basically means we will not have any problem with money at this point of the run.
I remember a time when I was doing one of the runs when I was like, where'd I get this money? And I'm like, why am I have no money? So money is essential for V2R a lot, but usually the Z arc section you can actually have enough money for the speed run. Amazing. Spams. The only time when you get to spam it, care about it. Soon he's gonna go to Dark Purple too. And Dark Purple 2 is not really hard to beat anyways, so...
If you get a good RNG with Kunta.
What's good RNG?
Something I wanna get.
I'm just
Something I'm
praying for no
seeking
crash.
for.
Crash percent.
But yeah, it's
See?
pretty rare, but you can actually die to Dark Purple too.
I think you did die to that, and I was like, how did you die to this?
I don't know.
It was ant on the tracks, so the crate caught fire. And spell. I facepalm so hard that I don't get. That's fine. That's the first thing you look at, don't you?
What are you talking about?
Look at Toad. Oh, that's such a meme. Let's see if people realize what Toad's been doing.
No, you are imagining it.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, that door. English version door didn't load before.
Yeah, it always disappears on English version. Sometime on this version you just see Big Neb she just fly through the room kinda to her initial position. Kinda weird. Yeah.
I don't know.
The game has some problems sometimes.
I don't know. Read the player, Toad. Starman. Who's playing?
Huh?
See first playing the game. I don't know. Read the who's playing. Player says the name.
Exy is playing the game.
No. Oh yeah, it is Hexy. Hexy's playing it. This is totally pre-recorded. Oh. You're not supposed to tell them. Hurry. But we're getting into the last section of the arc. As you can see, it almost takes 1 hour.
Only 1 hour.
And we still have to go through another VR scene after this. So
And this is where I spent my money into skills. So we wanna buy Nepgear Counter. We wanna buy Uzume Counter. Big Neb doesn't have a counter available at this point of the game, so she will just attack normally with her skill. And we bought Purple Heart counter also. And now we just pray for her to counter.
honestly, I buy all Izumi skills so I don't have to bother on that one last point. Like heal and revive so that I don't forget it. Well, I don't know about revive, but healing definitely you do need to keep for later, for the last boss.
Yeah.
Oh, I actually did forget to tell people that items are actually limited to 4 uses. You can actually increase it as your characters level up. And 4 is your limit, so after each battle you can only use 4 items per character. But you could swap to another character to use items, so that's an actual plus. Depending if you learn the skill to switch for free, where you get to use the turn, or use the one that costs you your turn. Now we're out of the art dealing the netball coffee thing. Daily reminder to drink a netball because we still got only like probably.
Big Nap is just basically telling you that the netball is just colored water or something like that. It's nothing important.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Yeah, but this will be the last VR you'll see Big Nap. You technically will see her again at the last story of VIIR, because that's the last time until I believe until ZR. So that'll be the last. This is the last time you see her, and then the time you'll see her is in the VIIR story, which is the last of GR. あ、Neptune is coming in. 原料とか配合なんてあんま関係なくすごいものを飲むぞっていう思い込みでみんな元気になるんだけどね。飲んだ直後は頭が冴えるかもだけど、基本的には体に無理をさせちゃってるから、くれぐれも飲みすぎには気をつけてね。おい、そろそろ行かないと待ち合わせに遅れるぞ。え、もうそんな時間なの？ごめんね。私今日はちょっと予定があるからそろそろ行かなくちゃ。それじゃあまた絶対来るから待っててね。
Okay, see ya, Big Nap. Never come again, please. You're ruining the run. So I'm gonna spend more money again into skills. I'm gonna buy the skill to switch character for free, as Z said, because it will be useful for later. And also I'm gonna buy Vert and Noir counter.
So for this section, you want to buy everyone's possible counter and skills that they can use for their stories, since it saves you more time in menuing rather than do it all or do them at their story. So you kill 3 birds with 1 stone right here, just doing everything out. While you also have the money. I forgot if I think money does carry over, so I think it does. Compared to V2 where your money doesn't carry over.
Actually I don't remember.
Because that's why I was trying to think. I'm like, does the money carry over? That's the question. But you would rather get everything done like how you do in V2. You set your combos up and that's how it goes.
I almost didn't see that Hildogu here. Need to pay more attention.
Oh, and being Neptune only, you can die easily still. So you can die to a pink Dagu. You don't want to get an encounter with just Neptune.
Yeah, you wanna avoid encounter anyway.
Nani?
This is the third meeting with Arthur, and she killed Neptune. Okay, that's something, I guess.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
What?
She just wanted to kill Neptune.
Wait, what?
I don't know.
So there's a strat for this R4 confirmed by Cho that you can just use steel. Well, you could use steel. Cho did say you can just use steel. It actually does damage it. Compared to steel being done on V2, steel with F actually does a lot of damage. Oddly. So steel is good for like the beginning segment of Neptune. It goes the same thing with Steamax.
So that's kind of lucky, I guess. So IF and Kumpa has a formation skill where she can just kill everybody that are between them. And sometimes you get a kinda good behavior from the enemies, and they just place themselves between IF and Kumpa. So you can clear the fight in one turn, which is nice.
Yeah, it's the most ideal to get. That's where formation skills become a thing. The line damage that Compa and If do is much easier in V1 compared to the one in V2, since it's free. All you have to just wait a turn and then use it, depending on how it's set up. Because you can miss. Sometimes I did miss.
Then we are going to see Wershu. So Wershu is always gonna kill AF on his first turn. It's not a big issue, I can just revive her.
Choo choo, the train is. Hit Oz. Wershu can actually kill someone, so it's like that, for example. Kill this I just saw.
Yeah, he always does that.
Bullies F. Don't tell Endeavor they got bullied. Phone. Oh yeah, Bisha is actually hard on the V2R, oddly.
Yes.
Compared to, well, she's still hard on that end, but in True Energy, but she's actually a little bit harder in V2R. It goes the same thing with refight with her.
And on this version it's actually fine, I would say, but on the current patch she's a bit more tanky.
Oh, shoutouts to them changing Steamax Oda's music. They actually do have things to it. Like one of the minor few changes.
Where am I going?
You're going to find the pudding. Where are you going?
I don't know, I got lost. Don't worry about it.
So back then, when it came to when I was kind of like routing such how to do this, T-Max usually is a pain in the ass because he can actually kill you. And T-Max is like one of them buff here. He does have the Shadow Bond, which is the most OP thing here. So if you don't get Shadow Bond, you should be fine, and hopefully you don't get one-shotted.
Yeah, no,
But
it went really well.
Yeah, but it depends like how it actually goes. Because the best method is either using Steel to do a lot more damage, or use Compo and If's formation skill. And just hope that Skill Max hits him. Bisha is stands for bitch.
Bisha is a pain. So I just wanna keep IF and Kumpa alive so they can do her formation skill. And I'm being pretty lucky right there. Yeah, it went really well as well.
Yeah, so Bisha can actually be a pain compared to the 2-1.
And then we've got King Wershu, which is kind of free, like in original
That's
V2.
free. That's free. If I do die to King Wershu in any of my runs, I'm retiring. The Neptunia community. Sorry, my speedrun community is over.
He killed Neptune.
Nani?
So I guess Neb just decided to die on every fight today. She's sleeping, it's fine.
Wait, what?
I don't know, Neptune's sleeping.
What? What? What is this? What is this? Oh, please stop memeing in a marathon. We don't want this to happen. I'm killing Neptune.
Anyway, we are done with Neptune and we are moving on. The story of the best CPU, which is Noir.
Oh, I should also and mention that they did there is level fixes for this for V2R, so pretty much the characters will go to a certain point of level anyways, just like how Big Neptune in V2 goes in that section. They get the level fix. Imagine. You think Nor's the best? All you do is do HDN Nor and Venom. Somehow like Bird passes to just what? Wait, no, I think she did.
Well, why not?
I suck at commands today. Okay, short off by 200. Fuck. This is. So the good thing about Door for V2R is that you can just kill the enemy and you get full health compared to when V2 you had to avoid as much as possible.
Also, Keisha is a lot easier than it used to be on the original game.
Not only that, also Nor has actual AoE skill and attack where like her attacks are like more AoE based than their last one, so because she has more of a radius compared to before. So you do get a skill earlier on that you use. Like Keisha is much easier on this version compared to the V2 one.
But yeah. On this game, Noir is just one of the easiest story.
So Noir story is actually easy to R, ironically, which is actually the most complicated story in 2. Blanc story is harder because you can do the wolf. Blanc has to do the solo fights. Dependent. A little bit. Not that hard, but dependent.
I got
But V2 is easy.
pretty
What
lucky.
I thought you had... Wait, what? Oh, yeah, you...
No! Leave me alone! I don't want to have friends!
And Vert, like I said, I don't know Vert story for the first version, but what 0.04 is a pain. Let's just put it that way. For Z arc at least. They also like nerf the quest in V2R where you have to kill 6/6 compared to 8 and 9.
So we just Uni is joining the fun.
So I think Toad has to also pick up the costume and all the weapons possibly because as explained, oh yeah, you don't keep the money, so you're good, you dead, you actually did all of it there, so you don't keep the money.
Oh.
Yeah, so the money doesn't carry over, but items do carry over. Teehee.
I mean, why
So,
not?
so V2 items carry over. V2 items and money don't carry over. And V2R money doesn't carry over. Items carry over. There we go. That's solve the problem. So we did talk about that. Costumes and weapons are now essential thing in V2R.
What is that RNG? So I just need to kill 6 of the Dogu thingy right there, and I'm only getting 1 on every battle, which is pretty bad. Okay, nice. That's some more terrible RNG. And we use an eject button to get out of the dungeon quickly.
OQ is already met Marin. And the other thing is on debate pending. Nope, it's too late. The narration was short by like 270, 260. V2R incentives close upon the when it started playing. I mean, you could try to meet it, but I doubt you will have 270k to actually meet the incentive. The Red Blanc incentive.
We won't have to see her nightmare.
Because no one decided to donate to it, so it was closed upon.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
So yeah, as I said at the very beginning, you are just expecting this game to crash from time to time for no reason.
Welcome to Crash %1.
And this is where I am very happy for this game to have autosave.
You don't watch the ending credits to go fast. Toad is another victim of Crash Percent.
Yay! Joining into the Crash Club.
You don't need to save in V2R. V2R is autosave. That's the benefit. Yeah, not always the benefit. I don't know which one's true.
I guess it's a huge benefit for Marathon.
Noted, Retroid is going to jail.
Oh.
You're doing it wrong, Cho. I'm telling you that you need to send support. $16, get it right. Oh, fun fact, the boss that's coming up that doing this when Cho was doing the 1.08 and the 1.04 was faster. One is Mob with luck because they buffed it so much. Now it should be fine because the counters, obviously.
Yay!
Versions 1.04 below OP. A woo doesn't exist unless you meet it.
So here you just wanna hug the wall to make sure enemies don't come to you. And now we are meeting with Keisha. Keisha Dere.
I got a 3-hour.
And she died.
Yeah, you could die still on occasion, depending if you get unlucky with these things. Run ended at 7:16. Conquest V2R. He's talking about what's the end time. 7:16. You'll be experiencing minor delays on that. Oh, quality insurance. Oh my, ah! Oh my God. Oh.
What is happening?
Quality insurance is needed. I don't know if that's a Twitch thing or it was your game.
Huh?
It was a site to bestow. It was either Twitch or like, yeah, it was probably Twitch. The game was like dying,
Oh.
like distorting.
I don't know about that.
I think it was just a stream Twitch thing though.
Okay.
It's not on your end. It would technically go overestimate because it crashed twice, and I skipped 2 segment parts of requirement because I was doing a save for death end. There's no way around it. That was my only backup save to that area. Too bad you can't use that run.
So now we are on a flat Earth story.
Damn! The callouts, man.
And she's just looking for her sisters. We are seeking for a ramen ram. No! I missed the jump.
Rip the E jump. Yeah, technically you can get.
Yeah, you can just get on the other side with only one jump. And it's easier on this game obviously because of the sprint. Still a bit tricky.
But it's a single frame, perfect.
But the thing is, I just actually forgot how to push the button
off.
jump.
You just walked off.
Yeah.
You got
Blanche
paid out.
Yup.
You got runner's payout. So you can choose what to vote for. I forgot what I was going to say, so we'll just carry on with the Blanc. Oh, Blanc does not have anything good. Doesn't have counter until a certain point, so we're kind of blanked out of that.
Yep.
Ram and Ram actually are decent here due to magic, anyway, in that case. But that's later on, and it's just Blanc does not have any counters, and it's gonna be a little slow for the mob fight.
Ram and Ram are really powerful. They have a formation skill that is just overpowered. A formation skill that uses Ram and Ram, and that is called Ram and Ram.
So the fights that currently that Toad is doing is he doesn't have much to do on this, so he has to take it slow.
Yeah, you just wanna kill the enemies somehow and heal yourself when it's needed.
YOLO.
Yep. And this is where we actually get the sisters.
Well, if you're not being dedicated to the marathon, that's you. You're supposed to have fun with the marathon, not think if it is you're losing something.
So, formation skill, he died.
Take that, Tunes. Lolicon. Oh god, anime versus American cartoons. That's coming soon. A war near you. Pacosio.
Oh yeah, also on this fight, you have to hear the next form theme. I mean, next form music. For some reason.
The best music.
It's the best music, but there is no reason for it to be here.
I think it's because it was unused.
Yeah.
Because you only hear it, you don't hear it next form unless during the transform after the scene. And when it comes to half emojis, you don't actually hear it.
Yeah. No. On the run of the original game, you just have to hear it during an half a second. Which is kinda sad. But it's an actual good music. But I mean, the OST of the game is actually pretty good overall. So here I'm just gonna place myself here, and the wolf on the left shouldn't attack me, but he did. Well, it's not a big deal. You just expect him to be blocked by the first one.
Yeah, the only way to do the two Fenyirs is that you have to stay in the corner and make sure that the first one blocks the second one so you can kill the first one before moving on. I'm gonna tune you out, Tunes.
Oh, one shot her, please. They are not one-shotting enemies, which is bad.
Ho! 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 That body's bullying you though.
Oops. That was pretty slow.
Still, that bully is being used. That mom bully. So you can actually one-shot Sisha, one-turn Sisha on here, then giving her a turn based on how you do it with Ramen.
Mm.
But it depends on how you do it really and for position. You usually could get it one.
You just don't want to have the sisters dying. Yampu. And I just got the Kangaroo Champion challenge because I jumped so many times with Blanc.
I didn't feel like you went so far, but
So let's see what happened. I didn't die, so she's dead. Just have
Alright,
to.
we're heading to.
Oh,
Alright, we're
go
heading to
ahead.
Bird Story. Bird Story has a lot of the exclusive stuff you can actually skip and save. About a minute to a minute 20 if you don't actually go around. So I feel like it's potential if you can actually skip the certain parts. So with the jump and the sprint exclusive to v2r, you could actually make that skip.
The busty blonde of Linbox.
When the war feels so close.
And of course, VIIR is gonna lend a hand to her big sister in this story. Okay, I just wanna avoid the bird.
All wars deserve a fair fight, and I wonder. Rip a woos for the.
Memes.
A woo, a woo.
Hey, woo.
It took a lot. It took a lot for Mikuster to come in. He had to fight for that. Everyone's putting some. Wow, actually. Okay. Well, he's about to come. After he does the quest, he's gonna be doing Berserker Z. I still don't know how Berserker Z looks results in one and 0.04 AU.
Berserker Z is just kind of annoying on every version.
Oh, he's still the same. Okay.
Yeah.
As long as I know it's the same. Because he's like the worst piece of shit ever.
But before that, we have to do some quests that require me to kill a bunch of enemies. And I expect the game to give me groups of 2 enemies, which is not happening here. It's kinda bad. Yeah, I got 1 again. Only 1 enemy. Okay. I just need a few more rabbits. No! Freaking bird. Need the rabbit! Give me the rabbit! Yeah, nice. And eject button to quit the dungeon. Oops. Also, menus are kind of laggy, I would say. So you don't wanna go too fast on the menu, otherwise it will just drop some of your input. So here basically I'm just gonna use gear to counter and vert to attack with her skills. And it's gonna take some time because the Berserker is kind of tanky. Also I wanna use gear to heal. She's not really dealing any damage at this point. Okay, we got some counter. 10. Heal yourself. Don't want you to die. What did I... Oh! I did buff myself accidentally. That's the reason why she looks happy on a...
Fuck this boss!
Yeah. It's not hard, it is just kinda long to beat him.
When do wars end? Each war will end certain phases. So Omega Quintet, the end of Omega Quintet will be the end of the vanilla one. The Wu ends at 2, I believe. And the other war ends after everything ends in Omega Quintet. Oh, except the war for cosplay ends at Uber 2.
Okay, we are done.
You see this takes forever and you have a...
Yeah.
F this boss. Oh, you trans...
Okay, so... go away, please. Move! Thank you. So we are back on the arcade. And this is where you're gonna see the bench jump.
Let's jump. Hey, Boo. So you save about 1:20 just doing going through the hole and then doing the first A on it. It's like
Yay, got it first try. So you just wanna run few steps on the bench and then jump. It's not really hard. Also, I got a hat. I'm gonna give it to VIIR, because why not? And take the hat, VIIR. So now we are on the last part of the VIIR story for Golden Meat. There will be
I heard-
3 fights here. And the first one is gonna be against Big Nep.
The stream quality terrible. Oh,
Oh?
it's just stream quality happened. Oh my god, quality.
Really?
Your thing is fine. It's free.
Yeah, it looks fine on my hand, but
It's just ay. Oh my god. Oh god, Vert is dying. Oh my god.
is there anything I can do about it, or...?
It's quality. Find a loading screen. Just reload. Get to the next room. Video is dying. That's a request found glitchy way into depth. I think. No, it's still going. Follow it. Lagging.
Oh,
Follow it. Lagging.
oh.
Yeah, you were lagging there in the battle.
Oops.
Damn it.
Okay, so this fight is done.
Our next meme will be One Punch Dagu. I think you guys should sleep during the vanilla Neptunian race. You guys don't have to worry about that.
No, I want to see the race.
I think you guys. I think you guys need a little nap.
Pretty sure you're going to be
I'm pretty sure you guys need to do a nap. Remember to sleep properly. Nap.
It's gonna be fine, Z. I believe in you.
Nap. You understand what nap is? Nap. Oh no, Ox is awake. Get back to your nap. Ox.
Okay, so it's been a while since the last VR cutscene, right?
We're back to VR.
Yeah, we are back to VIIR dimension.
What are you talking about, Tara? Narration, whatever. I'm talking about vanilla. I don't know what you're talking about. BBC's whatever. Could have gone better, but it's been terrible. So we're about to hit to the hard dimension part. So this is where the kids gloves comes off and where everything gets harder. So I'm gonna actually wish Toad luck on FMOJS memes. So the hard dimension part. Right back.
Also, there is way too much Miku star in the chat and not enough Noir. What is happening? No. No. Just telling Big Neb that cross-dressing is a bad idea. And she is gonna give us a gift, which is a night bag. And it contains stuff, I guess. Stuff like cookies, memes, conquest. You don't wanna open it. And we are back on the hyperdimension. So first thing first, we wanna visit every nation to gather our friends, gather everybody. Nebu. Okay, more dialogues. So for the next battle, which are Steamax and the first phase of Afimojas, I wanna use the Little Sisters. So basically, Gear is gonna heal. She's not doing a lot of damage, so she's just gonna heal. I wanna buy this. I wanna buy the Parlixin in case of I guess I get paralyzed. And some healing stuff. So yeah, Gear is just gonna heal. Ram and Ram are going to use their formation skill, which is overpowered. And Uni is gonna use her Venom Shot that can inflict the poison. And as we mentioned it before, poison in this game, I'm going the wrong way. Poison in this game is powerful as well. It's hard to play the game and explain stuff at the same time. We'll be fine.
I have return with memes. No, you Steamax. Steamax. Music.
Steamax can go. Steamax can go
while he's bleeding.
Again?
So Steam Mix can go a lot of ways dependent if you get Shadow Bind. As long as you don't get Shadow Bind, you should be fine. Revive as much as possible. It should be easy. Usually you don't die here. It's just super risky depending on how it goes.
Yeah, just don't kill the sister, nice.
Now, when we get to Aphomojas, you need to do parts break on him.
Yep.
In order to do damage. So parts break has become the most essential thing in V2R. So you have to do 2 fights with Aphomojas. The next forms are totally useless, though you could use the next forms. Use the next forms to an advantage where you can break his parts faster with formation skills.
No, actually, we do use the next form on this game for the second phase.
Yeah, it depends on how you're doing it, though. I mean, you use the formation skill to break all his parts break, and depending on how many parts you broke by then, you could go. That's how it could usually go. So in like my previous runs I've done, I use the CPU sometimes, and then to break his parts, and then use whatever I can use after with formation skills. Formation skills are essential to beating Aphomojas here.
We've got a strat which is pretty consistent, where you just keep the CPU on for the beginning of the fight, and you do their next form attack, and then you switch the character. That's pretty bad.
Question, Toad.
Yeah.
Have you ever got paralyzed from Aphomojas?
I got paralyzed a long while ago, and it wasn't fun. It wasn't really fun.
If you tell this to someone new that plays it, do you think they'll get mad that they got paralyzed for multiple turns?
Yeah, basically, if every character gets paralyzed, it's over.
Yeah, so if you get paralyzed even once with any character, you either supposed to switch. If you don't actually switch time, you're probably gonna regret it for life.
Also bought a bunch of the paralyzing item that you can use to just remove the paralyzed statues. It should be fine. So, next form attack. Then you switch character. And you do Venom Shot. But it's not really effective because I didn't get the part break already. This is why I need Ram and Ram, so they can do their formation skill to get the part break. I'm too far, dang.
So the thing about swapping too is that when you have a secondary partner, their AP goes up every turn. Now, Toad bought the switching where you can insta switch. When you insta switch, you save that turn still, and you still can go again. But if you use the one where the other one, you waste your turn.
Yeah.
That's why Toad's right now using formation skills to beat Aphomojas here. I think I'm going to go back to one where I can do all that, please. I think Toad is trying to get me back into it.
Yay!
He's slowly trying to get me into it. I'm being baited.
No, deep in your heart you wanna get back to it, I know it.
If I get into V2R, I won't get back to V2. So you have choices here. I can go back to this game, or I can go back to that game. Yeah, we're back to the VR scene. This is the last one that you're going to see. So this should be the 9th.
Yeah, except the one where she's just saying thank you for playing.
Toon, stop smelling me. Unnecessary.
That's something else I'm pretty disappointed about in that version of the game, is that they just removed the entire cutscene in the bath for the thank you for playing corner.
I'm more disappointed that what they did to the credits for
Yeah.
V2R. It's like yeah, it's V2R's disappointment is that they put the credits at a certain place that can be easily skippable. So depending if Tobe wants to do it for the chat, it's up to him. But it's a speedrun still, so where are you looking at? That's the question.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm looking at the carpet. It's a nice carpet.
So we're actually getting to the harder part of the segment of everything else.
Yeah.
So you're gonna also see that they changed a lot for V2, where there was talks about for V2 for the old runners, like should we make a split category for the heart and hyperdimension path, and it's been decided that we wouldn't do it anyways because the hyper route is faster than heart dimension. If you have not done the heart dimension as a casual, then you would know. Because we never go the heart dimension ever in the V2 run.
Yeah, on V2 the art dimension is slower, but it is also way much harder because you are...
you get into another fight.
Yeah, you are getting another CPU fight, which is terrible.
It's also a triple fight, basically. Because you can't save.
Oh yeah.
So you're fighting 3 times. So if you're not prepped up for that, there's no way you're going to be doing that one. You're betting Hexy will pass out soon. Hexy's not even played.
Also, this is the first maze that took me forever to memorize when I first learned the game.
I think it's quite easy.
And I don't know.
You go left and go right, then go up and go down and left and right.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, that's not how it works. If it did work, I would be amazed.
You just have to do it a bunch of time, I guess. And then you can memorize it.
So what Toad is picking up is weapons for Neptune. I think it's
Yeah, no, I
Right.
just got the VIIR weapon because it is super close from my path.
yeah. So
Don't
There's
really
some that-
need the weapon
yeah, there's-
anyway.
so you can't get Blanc's weapon. Blanc's weapon is like the most out of place
Yeah.
weapon. You could get Neptune's weapon, Door's weapon, but they're out of the way too. Vert's weapon is the only one that you can get on the way. Oh, someone's here with iris grins. Shoutouts to buffing the mob as an actual boss here.
On the original game, he just died with 1 attacks from
One or
VIIR.
2 attacks. 1 or 2 attacks. It's kind of weird. So yeah, 2 attack. They buffed the boss here, oddly. So all the bosses from this point on are buffed. You can't usually like easily just go instant. But he's doing faster compared to my other version, so we're at almost 2 hours. We're almost there.
Just like Berserker Z, it's not really hard. You just need to heal yourself when it's needed, and except from that, it just takes forever.
Don't worry, I'm recruiting Toad to be part of the staff. He's gonna be part of the crew.
Oh.
Doesn't go to sleep. The people that don't sleep. I think it's people that have bedded from beginning to end that are the no sleepers. I wonder how many were them. Okay, so Toad is now gonna refight the Shahs. Bisha is still a little bit difficult. still difficult to do, oddly, for V2R.
It went well. So
Oh, you actually got the counter in, so you're okay.
Yep. You've got to fight the 4 Shahs, and basically it's 4 times the same fight. We are doing the same strat every time. So unique counter on his first turn, then you do formation skill with Ram and Ram.
Yeah, so he got lucky that the counter proc for him, because he could have one-shotted Ram and Ram. Bisha could one-shot instantly, usually, for V2R. The best cases that you want is to hope that Uni can poison paralyze, but it's usually like 2 hits before it's actually fully... You could use counters to actually build it up, which is only works in the for the giant CPU fights, which is much easier. Poison is like the most OP thing. And also in the world map, they did add a path where you go through the Coliseum instead of going all the way around. And I think they got rid of that extra town that you have to go through anymore.
Wow, Keisha got violent. Keisha is not amused. I died.
Forever, forever, and ever, and ever, and... Okay, I'm gonna... Because it's going further beyond. Oh. Well! Keisha Deer has took a soul.
I guess I'm gonna... You... Ah! Why are you doing this to me? That's not fair. Just die. Thank you. You're such a nice girl.
And ever, and ever, and ever. Forever. Oh god. What have I done?
Mistakes. Probably. Okay, nice. Now we are done with the gold sword.
They'll kill the Neptunia.
And we are going to get Izumi back into our party. Oops, that was unnecessary. I just got an extra dialogue. Yep. This dungeon, you just wanna go straight forward. Pretty easy to memorize, unlike the maze. And I wanna get this weapon for IF.
Okay, yeah, her burn is almost at 2,000. This meme is terrible. Is that it? Shout out to you guys, actually. Like, we've been maintaining above 65 with 65 viewers. It's really, like, maintaining compared to before has been on and off. I think the last most maintained viewers was about 40 to 60. Right now we're maintaining like 60 to 80, with 94 as the highest I've seen. Or 97. I'm not sure if that was. This is also going with non-big raids, so shout out to you guys.
Yep. I hope you're enjoying the marathon.
Also, because you got you technically oh wait, no, you have to buy the skills. Did you buy the EXE skills? Or are you just using formation?
No, I'm just using the formation.
Oh, okay. So technically, you can buy the EXE skills now. I think eventually at a point, Toad might have to. Sure.
We're going to buy the one for Uzume.
You definitely need to buy Izume's skills.
For the last fight against Kurome. Kurome on this version of the game is a bit harder than the original game.
I wonder where Toad is looking.
I'm looking at...
that's a high quality carpet right there.
I'm just looking at nowhere specifically.
But I like the carpet, man. It's very high quality, man. What do you think it's made out of?
I don't know, probably... I don't know.
You don't know? Maybe it's made out of mahogany.
I don't know. You are the carpet master, you should know.
It's made out of mahogany. Oh, clearly he has a carpet fetish, okay? I don't know what you're talking about that one.
Yeah, sure.
God damn it, Troy. Oh, everyone. After someone pointed it out. Wait, did I just see a line? Carpets are lame.
So
Unless they're high. It's made of mahogany.
Yeah.
So that's carpet fetish. Good.
I mean, who doesn't?
Oh my god, this is terrible. You're all terrible.
Look at the nice carpet, man. So soft. Also, the clock is accurate in the room. It's 9 in the morning here, and I'm dying from being too tired.
Well, it's okay.
That's
Like,
okay.
you can sleep for 8 hours. You know, it's okay.
Yeah, I'll survive.
Wait, what? No, no. You can take a nap. You can sleep. Sleep. Narrow nap. Mahogany. No, it's clearly made of mahogany. Do you not know mahogany? What? It's not wood! What are you talking Okay, so I believe Toad is going to. Oh,
But
wait, me.
yeah, it's totally useless. I just like to set up her as a lead because I don't know. I just like Izumi. She's cute. I'm
Shut
going
up,
the
Exy.
wrong way.
Okay, I'm looking at the wrong dungeon. So there's gonna be a point where Toad needs to get a bracelet, which will usually help for the last fight for me.
Yeah. It's not right now though.
I know it's not there, but
Yeah.
I used to in the route where it's in a dungeon where you have to find Izumi. That's where you get the last bracelet I used to get until there's a bracelet that you can get at the Arc before heading to the last and the true end that you can get easily. So you can use that one instead. So bracelets have the different effects. On R4 can go a lot of places. You're looking at the wrong doji. Also, they still had that high quality CG there. I never did. It's high quality carpet of made of mahogany. It doesn't have to be wood. Blended with it. Blended.
So I just expect character to counter.
So Big Nep is kind of useless in this case for R4, this R4, compared to the earlier R4s, because she doesn't do enough damage. Pretty much Big Neptune is only good for counter or healing. That's the only thing she can do. She can't do any of her skills. Don't really do much damage. For the cases of this one, it's either you're gonna be countering or using EXE skills, or Uni's poison, basically. Toad has to actually get into a least wall corner just in case. Big Neptune. Because if he doesn't get to a corner and R4 does AoE, he does get pushed back a long ways. The pushback is annoying a little bit.
You didn't pay attention to that, but I should be able to kill
What
her
about the
right
carpet?
now. Nice.
Then we murder it!
Oh, we seen Yumio. Just for a second. Yumio is
Now
a nice
imagine-
character.
With legs.
It's legs.
Okay.
No! How dare you?
Okay.
And this is normally the part where you are watching CPU Dreams.
I think you should play the one for Hexy because Hexy had a dream.
You wanna play the one for Blanc anyway?
No, let's just go with it.
Okay.
If we had incentives, the dream incentive would be closed right here with the credits. But since no one was donating to it and we wouldn't be able to get, there was no possible way. So we're at the Blanc narration. You did have a last marathon, so if you were here for that marathon, you've seen a charm. She's like, no.
You know what? Since the incentive wasn't met, let's say that Blanc Dreams was an actual dreams, and she's dreaming of being like just a famous writer of novels.
What? Let's poke those bad things. Just play the VOD. No. I need to make a save file. Play it in V2 plat. I didn't say I was gonna play it in my run. Kappa. We can reopen that incentive for my plat run, Kappa. Hashtag bully. I'm not gonna do that anymore. I would be short on time anyway, so I wouldn't be able to do the. So we're heading to the corrupt CPUs. Compared to the V2 corrupt CPUs, this is actually the easiest corrupt CPUs of all time.
Yeah, definitely.
Now the only problem with the is if it was a double fight though. So dark green is the kind of issue. You don't put it like an extra part in case. It's dark green can actually paralyze him unless you break the paralyze part. So if he breaks the part, then he's fine for the duration. If not, then the white CPU that you never see, oddly poisoned for some reason.
So I wanna get one of the system. I wanna get is it this one? I don't remember. Yeah. And I wanna put Uni on the fourth route, so she play first, and she can counter. You died. Interesting.
One's dead. Aaron's there.
So here Yuzume is the one who is gonna heal the party. And the other characters are just trying to deal some damage.
Wait, why do you have if in there?
I don't know, Big Nap is useless anyway.
You're right. I'm not wrong on that. You're not wrong on that. I'm just like, isn't if under leveled?
Oh, she's fine.
She's fine.
So purple is dead.
So compared to V2 corrupt CPUs, this one is the easiest corrupt CPU. I feel like they nerfed some third parts one.
Yeah, definitively.
If is the new carpet. I should quote that and just say, and never look what he said. Look what he said. He called if a carpet. Well, this is Trojan turn. If is made of mahogany.
You are gonna die from poison, which is nice.
So dark green is coming up now. Pretty much the same standard, like the dark purple and the rest of the dark CPUs. So this one, the dark green is actually does paralyze. So let's see how Toad.
Okay, I just wanna kill you. Die. Thanks. And I need to not forget to buy Blanc counter.
Shouting crystal and sky.
Shading a field though. Buy counter for Blanc.
Yeah, so Blanc needs a counter. Sometimes you would forget that Blanc needs a counter. You could go in with a fight, but Blanc just use her EXE skill.
Yep. And now we hope.
I don't know why it's spoilers when V2 is about the same story, just different game mechanics. That's what baffles me still. It's like Rebirth 3 and Victory have the same storyline, and the same thing with Rebirth. Vanilla and Rebirth 1, I can understand they don't have the same, but V2 and V2R are the same storyline. There's nothing else except additional cuts, added cutscene.
Okay.
Well, that's a you problem.
Really? So that's the second crash of the run?
Oh, he has to do the corp CPU fight again.
Yeah, I think so.
Rip.
Ah,
Wait, did you crash at the end?
I don't think I got a save after the fight.
Oh, that's bullshit!
But yeah, I just died on the transition.
Oh, bullshit! Right at the end. Rip.
So yeah, this is a fun speed game, right? You should join the fun.
Alright, we're 2 for 2, we're good. We're 2 for 2. 2 Death End requests and 2 B2Rs. This is a great game.
Let's see. No, we have to redo the whole thing again.
Hey.
Yay, fun!
Yeah, this fucking game. So if it crashes on your PC, who do you in a blue screen? Who do you blame? Thinking emoji. Oh, we'll wait when Toad gets through this again. The corp using green, dark green. It's unfortunate that it crashed at the double fight because this is what I was talking about. The double fight is you need to at least get to a point where you can actually kind of get the auto save to kick in, and this is where time loss occurs. It's what it is. There's no other way around it. Even though you have the autosave, double fights are the only thing that just messed you up a lot.
Yeah.
Actually, we do not look at that. She's a PlayStation. Wait, Nico, go back to sleep. Oh. Actually, we do not go into that. Oh my god. You have to. What Xy's talking about, if you never paid attention to the models of V2 and V2R, which you need to actually look at it yourself, you won't be able to tell the difference. Oddly enough, the V2R models are huge compared to the V2 set.
Okay, you're going to die from poison normally.
And it kind of would just disturb you in a way if you were into deep within the game. No sleep. We'll make a Quinton. Start a riot. Alright. Trying to calm. You demand a refund, yet you did not buy the game. Well, you go call Compile Heart and Rito. Still, it's please. But damn it, Flitter. Aren't you doing your run? What are you doing here? I got pictures.
I don't wanna know.
That's if you look at the models, because I'm technically doing a cosplay prop for Endeavor Gaming, aka if people know him as. And looking at, he's doing the original Qatar, which I'm doing, and I was looking at the model V2, and I was okay. Until Hexy, and like I was just like playing around looking at the models, until Hexy pointed out in V2R that the models are huge. In
I got paralyzed. No, it's fine. He's dead. Totally dead. Yeah. Please, game, don't crash.
So that is the huge risk strat doing when you're putting all this use together, or in general, because you can get paralyzed and get easily killed all one full swoop, one island. So you want the, if you're doing counter stretch, you're just pretty much making the boss kill itself instead. But it's not guaranteed. It helps if you're doing one different range and one close range. There's different ways of it how it works. So what is it? Now we're going into the split. So at that segment, usually you decide if you're going hyper or hard dimension.
Of course.
Since the developers see that you guys, we as the players like choosing hyper dimension more than the hard dimension, knowing that hard dimension is the harder route because of the triple fight. We go to the hyper route where you just beat dark black CPU, fight one more ad, and then go on from there. The developers like, you're wasting all the efforts we made the stories, so we're gonna make you play the whole story, but we'll give you true end default. So they gave you true end free, but they made you do they gave you VR for the casual, the finest wine of gameplay. Yeah, because apparently speedrunners never played casually the first time and enjoy it the first time, so you expect them to enjoy the game again if they want. So they make you play hard dimension, the hard route, where you have to fight the fake CPUs. So it's like that case where Vanilla and Rebirth, where Vanilla, they had the fake CPUs as extra at the end, while in Rebirth you had to fight them. So they threw the extra in. So here's the extra, deal with it. Then you fight dark white CPU, which you never see. That's why. So you're doing CPU fights and giant white CPU. While in the hyper you fight a regular boss mob and dark black. That's fun, right? I would rather take the normal boss in dark black, because who would fight 4 fake CPUs and another giant CPU? That's one of the things. Also, you do have to find Izumi, so you waste time. Then you go through 3 dungeons, then 2 dungeons. Damn, Hexy's calling his. Oh yeah, there is that scene where they judged the giant white CPU.
Please don't die.
And that's where you get the face.
So Dark Black is just the worst of the Dark CPU's fights, because you are fighting him with the CPU candidate, and they are a bit less consistent on their counter.
The strat usually you want to do on that, you're doing counters anyways, but you want ROM to heal as much possible to full, but it's not consistent, as Toad says, because they can get one shot easily. ROM and RAM are like they
are super fragile.
They're the weakest, HP wise. Damage wise, yes. Everything else, low. But this is why people choose for us, we choose the hyper route, because we're not dealing with 4 CPUs, fake CPUs, and a third fight. Which you're lacking a lot of items by that time, That's why I kind of was thinking, there's the different routes. If the different routes were ever to be a thing, at least you could tell the difference, which one is perfect. But it's prefer extra stuff. No Darkwing Duck here. Mom had a death wish. Sword as sharp as Blanc is. Liru, you haven't posted anything related to Blanc at all. Blanc is losing technically on the CPU war. Even Rom passed her. Ram passed her. The combo rips tonight. And using your admin powers, you condemn the force.
Okay, nice. Heal yourself.
What the hell? Yeah, so... Yeah, the ad here is the easiest choice. Remember, you can't beat them, join them. FYI, few of the wars will be ending soon. The Z4 strip doesn't exist. That'd be me on the floor drunk. I can actually imagine, like, I go to Anime Expo, I'm dead drunk. Someone takes a picture of it, makes it an emote. I'm like, is this fucking Z-Fresh rip now? I'm giving people ideas, so I'm not gonna do that. Daring is red, Napstar both for nor all. Good one. Good one. Still, it's a good one. Good one.
Okay, nice. We got the counter. Just looking for someone to attack.
Ha ha!
Oh, whoa.
Two for two. Wait, what the? What the? So the fight for the fake CPUs is not that difficult unless you are doing V2. V2 is a different story because you lack a lot of items. Because after you do the corrupt CPUs, it's still okay. Now you lose Izume and you have to go find her. This is one of the extra dungeons that if you were to do platinum all trophies, you have to go to post game to get the access to this. So he has to go find Izume, and yeah.
Izume.
Oddly enough, he's playing Razor. If only. In a PG-13 manner, Paul's finding creative ways. What the heck? Why is there 4? Oh. I should really take a picture of this thing.
So here we are going to grab the bracelet we were talking earlier for Izume. Oh god. I'm just doing terrible on the dungeon. And this is our last maze.
Aaron stared. Oh. Hell, flavor text is hard. What the heck? Coming with something original. Okay, so in the dungeon that Ko is in, there was like in my old route when I was doing this, you can get a white accessory equip that gives you actually extra buff against for Dark Kurumi, for Kurumi's case, it's her what do you call it? There's like a term for it, but
Huh?
what she is, like, I guess it's like the humanoid, I guess humanoid, like that kind of thing. Like what the representation though, like the bits are like robot, fish, kind of thing, icon. So there's that accessory you can use against for her fight if you want to take lesser damage. Because if you do go in without nothing, you do 0 to nothing damage. And you take twice as much damage. Aaron's Mercy gives the user 1 point only earnable one time. What the Oh my god. Oh, pudding. But after Cho convinced me that there's a bracelet that you can get in the arc before you fight Dark Orange, second Dark Orange. It's accessible, you can get, so it's not that compared to the out of the way other one. This one is not that much out of the way compared to the other one. So it gives you also extra AP for Izume. And Sho got me to more like stop using counter on that fight and more go for it with defense and such.
Starting to get poisoned.
So Dark Void actually poisons you.
Yeah.
As much as poison doesn't look like it does much, it actually does a lot really, so... But it's better... I would rather get poisoned than paralyzed. OQ incentive meant, like, earlier run.
People just want to make sure.
Niku for 18 Mirror. You heard. You would do wars. God damn it, Devon. There's technically the plat one, but we'll see how it goes in the...
Oops.
Rip Peace, you guys are terrible. Why is it 1 point difference in memes? Also, I did state that you need to make it a 100-point difference, for real, because that's terrible. Alright, we're getting to the Dark Orange 1, so... Toe will be your hero if he wants to give you the credits of memes.
Do you wanna watch the credits?
Do we want to make people lose their bets?
I mean, we got 2 crash already, so...
You can show it at the end of the career run.
Okay.
It's accessible. It's not like it's not the end of the world.
Yeah. Okay, nice.
Dark Orange 1, you still can die, depending if you take the super rare strats anyway. She's still overall easy, it's just... Yeah.
Well, it's another Dark CPU fight, so...
You still can die anyway.
Yep.
It depends on who you're picking as your party. Try so hard to help me. I'll make a point instead of
This is starting not so well.
truly a tragic rip WW. Particularly, it was supposed to be changed, but there was no way. The other runner for the yeah. Make a Quintet me.
Oh
GG,
no,
WW,
you're
like,
not
gang,
doing that.
Omega. Sleep is full up. I'm sorry, I haven't slept yet, so that's an issue. But I accept it. Get in there. Clearly, now. Toad has about like, after Dark Orange 1, he has about like less than 10 so minutes on his luck. 10 or so minutes.
We're getting
And
all
luck.
the bad luck here.
But we're going to that part where it'll probably go where his estimate is. I put 3 hours just to make it like break even. He had his at 250.
Am I going to die because I can't use item anymore? Yeah, it sucks. I might die. Oh, yeah, it's going very bad. And yeah, that's a game over.
Rep. I blame the chat.
I blame the
Damn.
carpet.
I blame the carpet. The high quality carpet needs to be blamed. Oh, Q.
The high quality carpet wasn't high quality enough.
Stab the carpet.
Conquest the carpet. Okay, second try. Let's see how it goes.
How dare you, Toad? Wait, what did you say to fucking Axie? Did you mock? Did you mock Blanc?
I didn't say anything about Blanc. I can say something about Blanc if you really want to, but
I'm looking at Axie, I'm like, what did you say? What the heck? Yeah, Wu's are winning.
well, technically Blanc was the last one to die, so it's totally our fault.
Sacre. Oh, what he did.
Yeah, so it's going a bit better this time.
We fired up the bomb tank and let it be known it was his own fault.
Okay, can
Mamba
do
has
this.
boobs? Mamba has boobs?
Yeah, a little.
Nani?
So I'm gonna give Izumi the bracelet I gathered earlier.
So the mob fight for Izume is still a little bit hard, and you can actually lose it. So that is the actual double fight. Out of the woods. So dying here is something that you don't want to.
You
So
shouldn't
you
die
can-
here on that version though. It's pretty easy fight actually.
Well, if you don't have, if you never knew costumes and you
Oh
don't
yeah,
have
yeah,
heal.
sure.
So that's the thing though.
Okay, so there is 3 more fights to go.
So there's like 3 boss fights left. So there's about 10 or so minutes left in this. So 3 boss. Yeah, 3 boss fights.
This dungeon can be pretty annoying because you have to go through little rooms where a lot of that contains a lot of enemies. It can be kinda tricky to dodge them.
Oh yeah, you need to get the
The megaphone.
megaphone. After I found out and discovered that when we fight it's hard, and at the end, because Izumi never has an upgraded weapon at all after you get the one in Sakura Park in the beginning. So there is actually a weapon for her in the arc that gives her better stats to fight Kurumi, because at the end it's kind of
Oh, please don't spawn on me.
funny part is that like all this talking shit to me, and everyone's fucking younger than me. I should fucking beat some shit sense to these kids. Where's my stick? Where's my fucking stick? Oh, he's not gonna get it. Okay, you're not gonna get the accessory. Oh, you don't get the accessory.
So yeah, I just got the megaphone for Izumi.
You didn't get the accessory, right?
I got the megaphone and I got the bracelet earlier, yeah.
Oh, you have the no, you have the.
Huh?
You have that accessory or no?
The
Oh, you
accessory?
didn't get. Yeah, there was an accessory that you can use. I don't know if you get it though.
The bracelet?
For equipping to Izumi.
Yeah,
Wait, you have the bracelet?
yeah.
Nani? When?
When I go through the fourth maze.
Oh, is it? Oh, that one. Oh, okay. Fucking hair is a steak. The fucking hammer.
So here, Izumi is just doing all the DPS with her Exile Drive skill.
I'm pretty sure everyone has like 90% of the database. They don't even know who the fuck that is, so I don't know who it is either. Also, OQ card. Rarity with buff.
Bye bye. Okay.
Wait, who buff OQ cards? She is a loli.
Sure, I have enough potion.
So the fight for this is pretty much a mob fight. All you have to do is that mob fight is you just have the skills to kill it quickly enough. That's it. Now we're going to the favorite part of the whole place of the world, the last stage. This is where time will end soon. Time Sour doesn't bet. High is like easy. Because there's consideration for crash here. Kind of beleaguered a little bit. the crash though. It could have been done. But so we're heading to the Dark Orange 2, which is the
Which is basically the exact same fight as Dark Orange 1.
actually Dark Orange 2 can be in. You actually can die here,
Yeah.
depending on your luck of counters.
Yeah, but I mean, I already died on Dark Orange 1.
So you're saying you'll be okay in Dark
Yeah,
Orange 2?
it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna die once.
Chad, how do you feel? Do you have faith? Do you have faith?
Do you believe?
I don't know, they're delayed right now, so they won't be able to hear this before you get into there.
Well, I
Right.
think.
Jump. Look, Dark Orange has boobs.
Yeah, of course.
What doesn't have boobs?
Wear shoe maybe.
Where are you?
Maybe he has a dream where he has boobs. I don't know, but I'm not aware of that.
Where's my stick? I'm gonna have to beat Toods. Where's my stick now? Someone pass it over. I didn't say nothing. I said nothing. I don't know what you're gonna be involved with. I didn't even tell a story.
Okay, now it's gonna be fine. Oh. No?
You has
No?
boobs?
Are you? So yeah, as I said, I will die once.
Well, I blame Chad for not believing. I heard him hit the house, but this is that's ridiculous. Well, I need you. You need to explain to Chad about the where to the boobs now.
I don't know. I just blame him.
Oi! Is that English at least? Underestimate. I'm going to make a Get Her Burn where it's like actually cutting knife. You'll all buy my Get Her Burn bread knife. It's just colored. I have bread knives made of Get Her Burn. It's gonna be like, bitch, I will shank you with a butter knife.
Hmm.
Butter knife. Is it because Toe couldn't see the final boss's feet?
Ah! What is going on with that RNG?
I blame.
I just got one shot at it. Nice. Okay, so I hope this is not gonna turn on like the like your run on the VIIR during the first marathon.
Goodbye, Cyber.
Because being bullied by the RNG is not fun, definitively.
Fucking tunes. Fucking tunes blaming people, man.
I blame you for yeah.
How dare you? I did nothing wrong.
That's Noir's line. Stop killing my character. Yamete.
I blink. Oh shit, my thing restarted. Windows Update got me. So I feel like logging on this question.
So Noir can attack twice. You can attack once normally. Nah.
Question is, define streamer. There's 2 streamers. HDN Marathon is streamer. Aim.
No, don't do that. I hate you so much. Okay, I'm gonna heal myself. No.
I play myself so that I eat these nacho fries.
Yeah, I got poison again, yeah. Looks like it. Yeah, I just want you to be dead. I'm just going to transform you into an high quality carpet. Very busy fresh.
Help!
Please don't die.
We lost him.
Okay, nice. We win the fight. We won the fight.
Oh my god. I'm not laughing next time when I'm eating something. Thanks a lot. Who's blaming me?
I'm sorry.
He's like, don't die, please, Zebras, don't die though. We're almost there at the end of this.
So, cure me sight.
Bad luck.
Shouldn't die here.
Oh yeah, the fucking carpet question joke, that's why. That's why I laugh. It's obviously carpet. There has been a meme event where the carpet is a meme now.
Yeah, I just wanna... I wanna heal myself again.
Say God done when you're ready.
Yeah.
I guess I'll end it. You can spend your emo. The bomb out.
That's gonna kill her.
Yeah, I
Nice.
can end it.
And
Oh,
time.
He did the Izume salute.
Yep,
Look!
we have to.
Locker. Oh, you always do it for tradition, actually.
Yeah. Exy is
I
going
wasn't-
crazy.
I
Madness
wasn't
will
ready.
be timed out. Someone madness.
Fucking Luna's like, I'm not gonna do salute, I'm just gonna say GG Miku stare. Oh, GG.
Thanks.
Under sub,
Okay. So I think we're going to show the credits, aren't we? And then we're going to...
Yeah.
Then we'll head over to the next run.
we go see if it, Aura's ready. Oh, Q!
Actually, no, I can't. Damn.
Over to the gallery then.
I can skip that.
Or wherever. Well, so we now have Gehaben doubling up the next meme.
But we have this
More than double
cutscene.
tab.
Just let me